morning and welcome back to Morning Markets from True Potential. Paul Durrans, Investment Director. If we start by looking at how equity markets performed yesterday, we saw mixed returns from global equities and volatility continued to remain elevated, which is unsurprising given the unfortunate events that are taking place in Ukraine and the unintended consequences that that is having on commodity prices, which is pushing higher, and that is feeding through into higher inflation. If we look at the US and European equities yesterday, volatility was elevated, and that was reflected where prices were up over 1%, down 1%, but then finished slightly lower on the day. If we look at the UK market, they were actually delivered positive returns, continuing to outperform given the strength of financials yesterday, which helped to offset some of those higher inflation concerns after the UK announced that they would stop importing Russian oil at the end of this year, which is a significant move from the UK. And also we saw that coming through from the US, where Joe Biden announced that they would stop importing oil from Russia immediately. But you have to remember that the US economy is a lot more self-sufficient in terms of the energy it uses. It will, however, continue to import coal and natural gas from Russia. For Europe, slightly different situation because they're more reliant on Russian energy. They import around 40% of energy from Russia. And so they're not following through with the same actions at the minute. Unsurprisingly, that we saw oil push higher again, something that we've seen a number of times over the past couple of weeks. Today, it was up 2% in the futures market. We saw oil Brent crude hit $130 a barrel. So that will continue to feed into higher inflation and will keep elevated volatility elevated within the stock markets for the foreseeable. But you have to take confidence of and really shows the importance of having well-diversified portfolio solutions like those that True Potential offers, and having an active manager that can help navigate such an environment and create and identify and capitalize on those opportunities that will arise. In terms of elsewhere, very little economic data yesterday, but this morning we had inflation data from China. China's on a different footing to the rest of the other major players in the world in terms of their inflationary pressures. They're not having a material increase in inflation at this minute because demand has been stifled with their zero COVID policy. The data this morning shows that those manufacturers of goods, the producers of goods, continue to face higher input prices with the cost of raw materials and commodity prices increasing, but they're not being passed on to the end consumer. So consumer price inflation remains steady, which is good for the policymakers because they can continue to help stimulate economic growth in China by keeping financial conditions looser for longer. That's everything from me today. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Subscribing to the True Potential YouTube channel is quick and easy. Simply go to the channel on your desktop or through the YouTube app on your phone and click the subscribe button. You can then press the notification bell symbol if you wish to be notified as and when new videos are released. Doing this is a great way to keep yourself updated with market developments and personal finance insights. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and we look forward to continuing to help you do more with your money.